take the positive out of this game. That's what I believe. How I believe in. We build a good team and keep adding layers to it. I think overall a fine / good performance against a good Man United team that's definitely in flow. And we're talking a bit about our how can you say level of defensive attacking threats, and to play against a Man United team that play with confidence with Cunha and Amat and Burmo and Sesko coming on, and we kept them down to 5 shots. That's just another example on the other way around. It's not that easy just to create in the Premier League, even that they had all their big boys out there. That said, our second half, our response, I was extremely happy with. We're playing home. Of course, we all want to win, and don't talk too much about home form and all that. And I know we need to win before we don't talk about it. But the way we turn around to stay in the game, kept doing the right thing throughout second half. Very, very happy with that, and also so close to win it. And on any other day, we win it.
There was a reaction, obviously, to one of your subs from the crowd, but it felt like your changes on the day worked.
Yeah, sometimes you're lucky. But of course, I would say that every single time I take a decision to sub a player, it's with one aim, to make the team winning or getting back in the team, back in the game, or try to see the game out or whatever. It's only with one aim, try to win the game. And no doubt, Matty did well. Great goal, great involvement. And in general, I think actually Xavi played a fine game, a positive, but also you need a little bit of freshness.
Did you hear the boos when you were making the substitutions?
I'd just say every single time I make a decision, there's one aim, that is to make the team better.
What did you specifically from Matthias? Like, was it the movement up front that you just wanted to change?
Score goal.
Hi, Thomas. So much of this fixture from a Spurs perspective is centred on the Europa League final, 4 straight wins against United. Was that something you could feel in the last few days? Did that affect your preparation? And can you see United's improvement since those games?
I think I saw this game as one game ahead of us. I would love to do everything we could to try to win it. That was the aim of the game. I think I spoke before the game about it's clearly that they have improved this season. They look, how can you say, more in sync together, but also that I think especially in going forward, they look like a big threat. That's why I actually think, I know we conceded 2 goals, but if you concede 5 shots in a game, probably if you said that before the game to me, I probably said, yeah, take that. So we're all happy.
Were you expecting Brian to start on the left today?
Yeah, I think we've seen it's not the first time that Ruben have, how can I say, played around with the front 3 position. I think no matter where Brian plays, I think he's a threat, which he showed again today.
Thomas, most managers will say that they've got to work on their team. There's things to improve, but is that game kind of evidence of that, really? Because you're talking about your defence doing well, but then it didn't do so well maybe clearing the ball for the first goal, and maybe you didn't look as much of a threat as you wanted your team to until the last 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, so please ask the question again.
So your defence, you said your defence played well,
yeah,
but didn't do particularly well for the first goal. It seemed to struggle to get the ball away, and then you weren't as much of a threat with your offensive players as you might have been until the end of the game.
Yeah. Okay, I don't think I used that they played well, the defence. I think I said if you concede 5 shots, then before the game, you probably would have taken that. That's not the same at the 2 shots they had, maybe even on target, was two situations we probably could have done better in. And we will, of course, look through that and go through the details. So that's, of course, a fair point. Then we play a game against a team where both teams try to cancel each other a little bit out. We always want to create a little bit more, but you can then flip that and say, hey, we scored 2 goals in a situation where it's difficult to create.
Hi, Thomas. You started with a sort of certain make-up up front today, made changes at half-time, then more changes with sort of 20 minutes to go, which obviously worked brilliantly. But are you still sort of really trying to find the right combinations in attack? Is that, and what are you looking for? What's the team kind of not doing that you're looking for to get them to do?
The team not doing in general,
attack,
or?
I mean, just finding the right combinations. It feels like you're still sort of searching for the right blend.
I think that's fair. We are searching to find the right balance up front, and I think when we look the game back, I think there was positive bits going forward also from the game. I think we created what we want. One of the biggest chances with Charlton from across from Brennan after 5-10 minutes. And sometimes the small things he scores on that instead of Brian, it changed a little bit and opened up the game a tiny bit more. But we constantly work on the relationship and try to improve it with the players and try to find what is exactly the right blend. But I think there was small steps in the right direction. He actually struggled a little bit, but nothing big.
Hi, Thomas. Just on from that, another injury update. Christian Romero came off with a couple of minutes left.
Yeah, just done physically. He just came back from that injury. He's fine.
So he'll be okay for international break?
Yeah.
How much of a blow is it having him come off, given the manner of the goal he conceded in the 96th minute? I mean, he's obviously a big threat at set pieces, both defensively.
But I think his position, he wouldn't have been near the goal anyway. So it's a cross on the side, and then he would have been in the middle zone. So this was back post, so that wouldn't affect anything.
Hi, Thomas. Can you talk about Will Snowderberg's performance today? Because he was really, really good and sort of followed up on Tuesday's performance. And also, sort of why didn't you feel it was right to start him today as well?
I think, we try to work around how we can say what is the best way to attack the opponent in front of us. Try, and on the same time still how can I say, keep a little bit of flow. But I think we wanted to strike us, so we played to the left. Richard but came more in for the crosses, which we think was an area where we potentially could hit Man United. I think it worked perfectly with the first one, where Richie get a big chance. So that could have been an unbelievable, fantastic game plan from us. So that was part of it, and we need different personalities and types for different games.
And just on Wilson.
And Wilson. I think again he's positive. I think he's stepping forward or stepping up. And doing things that looks right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
rush to travel, so we'll start us off, Simon.
Hi, Ruben. For the second week in a row, you're in front in an away game. You seem to be in control of the situation, and then in a space of no time, the game just goes away from you. I know you'll be delighted to get something, but how much of a problem is that you've done the same thing again?
We have a lot of problems. We are just in the beginning. I know that sometimes the results show to people that we are improving, but we have a lot to do. And you can divide the game in the final 10 minutes. Also, when we have to take out Harry Maguire, Casemiro at the same time, then suffer 2 goals, then losing Ben, even before the second goal with a big opportunity. To play with 10 minutes, but then to overcome everything and to manage to score is a good thing. But if you look at the rest of the game, we were comfortable in the game, but I think we should do better, be more aggressive, feeling the environment in the stadium, that the 3 points were there, the space was there, and I think we felt too comfortable during the game, and we need to expect that in one play anything can happen and change the mood of the stadium, and today was that. So I think we control well the game, but we need to do better because the game was there to take.
Matthijs has been present for you this season. What do you make of his goal at the end and the way that he performed in the game entirely? And also, a sort of small point, but he's not in the leadership group. I just wondered if there a particular reason for that.
No, it's we choose. Sometimes there are players that lead in the way they play, and then there are players that has a different involvement in everything that happen in Carrington. So I just trying to put different styles on the leadership group. But in the end, everyone has to be leader and to help each other. I think he's doing really well. He's really aggressive. He's defending well. I think he has more quality with the ball that is showing, because he's still in one point that he doesn't want to make mistakes with the ball, and he's doing that really well, because that is a smart thing for a player to do. But when we reach a point, a very good point, our 3 centre backs, they will control the tempo and the quality of the game, and we have, like I said, we have a lot to do in a lot of things in our team. We have to check. He had something in his knee. Let's see.
Ruben, ahead of the Forest game, you spoke to the players about the possibility of going second, and that they didn't take. Again, today was the opportunity to go second. Do you think that there's a mental challenge for them in these situations to be at the top of the table?
I think today was different. I think we had a different energy. What I felt is I felt more control from the team today than against Nottingham. If you want to compare both games, I think against Nottingham the energy wasn't there. Today we dropped a little bit in the second half because we were comfortable during the game. It was not about the second place. Today was one play, and then everything that happened, even before the first goal, Harry Maguire, Casemiro at the same time, a lot of problems, a lot of changes that can do something. But I think was, again, one cross, one big opportunity from the opponent, they score, and then everything was really, really hard to cope. We cope with everything and managed to score.
I know the immediate concern with Benjamin will be his injury, but he had 2 pretty good opportunities out there. Do you feel as though he's got a lack of confidence at the moment?
No, I think that is not the biggest concern now. That happened in the same way that he was not scoring, and then he scored in 2 goals in the next 2 games. So that happened, especially with a striker. I'm more concerned with an injury because he's in the knee, and I don't know. And we need Ben to be a better team.
Hi, Ruben. Mbumo, Ahmad and Mizraoui go away next month to African Nations. And we know that you struggle when Casemiro is off the pitch in terms of holding the game together. So do you think you need to add to the squad in January, because you seem to be very kind of limited to a small group of players that you rely upon right now?
We have to check everything. We have to check what's happened with Ben. So, of course, we are going to have a problem there, but we already knew. Then you can prepare that in the summer, but then you have a lot of players that are not going to play because it's 1 game per week. So the manage of that situation is going to be hard, but let's see when the window is open if we can improve the team and trying to repair something that happened. Until then, we have to take the chance.
but you'd like to?
We'll see.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.